Hey folks, Forrest here. 3 legendary games, 3 unforgettable worlds, but which one will rule 2025? In today's video, we're discussing gaming titles like GTA 6, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Marvel's Wolverine. First title on the list here is Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's an action role-playing game. The game is apparently set in 15th century Bohemia. Hopefully I pronounced that right, my southern speech sometimes get in the way there. Anyway, Kingdom Deliverance 2 is supposedly twice as big than its first entry. The map on here will be freely explorable, which, I hope it is. It's a RPG for Christ's sakes. Big portions of the map will feature Bohemian Paradise, an actual protected landscape area in the Czech Republic, while the other makeup of the map is Kutnohora, which in the video game here it's called in German language Kuttenberg. Again, I'm so sorry if I said those two wrong, I don't have the foreign tongue, I just don't. The devs for this one is Warhorse Studio. So far they've only developed the Kingdom Come Deliverance series, which honestly man, it's pretty impressive. They made big progress throughout their upcoming. These titles have been seen as definitely the developers' coming out party. Heck, Kingdom Come Deliverance has won Best PC Game Award at Gamescom in 2024. The combat here has been redefined for greater accessibility without sacrificing depth, according to the devs. Also, each weapon has its own unique moves and combos, making them perform like the actual medieval times. Like in the prequel, we'll play yet again in first-person view, controlling our working man Henry. As now in the sequel, we're a trusted member of the legitimate king's allies. Henry and his entrusted friend are escorting Sir Hans Capone on a mission to discuss an upcoming event. The story will play out as Henry will fight and must defeat the Holy Roman Emperor. Also, just because I forgot to mention this a bit towards the gameplay info, devs have made promises for this sequel to be larger and essentially more immersive. The studio has mentioned that they will create a more reactive world, meaning your choices definitely will have impacts on the story. So if you want to basically join the dark side, there is a good possibility. Or you can be the good guy that everyone expects you to be, or you can be, on the fence between good and evil, like how every citizen treated Geralt a bit from the Witcher series. Wow, big one here. If you're not hyped for this one, I don't know what to tell you. GTA 6 is hands down the most anticipated game that's way out there. GTA 6, we waited years of speculation and anticipation for its announcement. Rockstar Games first confirmed in February 2022 that they're working on the 8th entry of the series due to the later leaks, and you can debate on if you hate leaks or not, but me, I'm not gonna lie, I was so stoked seeing the leaks and just happy to see what Rockstar was cooking. Cooked indeed. Rockstar realized that they kind of had to, band-aid the leak situation, as people are calling it one of the biggest leaks in video game history. So what they did to, I'm gonna assume, make folks happy, they decided to formally reveal the game in the late year of 2023. GTA 6 is set in a fictional open world state of Leonida, which is based in Florida, which it includes Vice City, a fictional area of Miami. Also, even though this info of GTA 6 really isn't confirmed by the company themselves, however, during a Bloomberg report in 2022 said the map was going to be huge, the biggest we've seen, but it was cut to only include the fictional Miami area, which is crazy to think about that it's been reported the map was going to include parts of South America, but was cut to shorten development time. Rockstar did their homework on this one by doing parody moments of certain social media acts and stunts of real life memes. In the story, it seems it will be following sort of a Bunny and Clyde's type storyline between Lucia, who will be Rockstar's first female GTA protagonist, and her male partner. It's been leaked that his name is Jason, but obviously it's not confirmed, sadly. There isn't much info out for this beast of a game. GTA 6 is definitely going to be the biggest form of entertainment to ever be released, that other gaming companies in the industry are trying to get ahead to schedule their game releases before GTA releases. So yeah, that's saying something right there when you have a whole industry trying to work and plot around your creation. I just gotta say, don't miss out on our latest adventures. Subscribe today if you made it this far in the video. You might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button to help the channel grow, so you can become part of the Twisted Forest crew so you'll never miss an upload, as obviously it helps out. Now back to the video. Third game that I'm no doubtly excited for is Marvel's Wolverine. It's being developed by Insomniac Games. It's obviously based on fan favorite comic book character, Wolverine. The game officially announced in September 2021 with director Brian Horton. With this one, there's really not much info to go on, but let's see. Developer Insomniac Games, they've announced they basically have put their foot on the pedal by adding more gaming devs to ensure a possible speedy release. Wolverine has long been a fan favorite character, and his portrayal in video games has typically been limited to fighting games or role-playing games. The prospect of a standalone Wolverine title, especially one created by a top-tier studio like Insomniac, has generated immense excitement. Fans have been clamoring for a high-quality Wolverine game for years, and now that it's finally happening, expectations are through the roof. There's a tremendous amount of anticipation surrounding how Insomniac will bring the character to life in a way that feels true to the comics, while also offering a fresh and exciting gaming experience. Marvel's Wolverine is the most anticipated game for a variety of reasons. Insomniac Games' pedigree, the promise of a gritty, emotional, rich narrative, and thrilling, visceral combat. The game is expected to push the boundaries of superhero gaming with its mature themes, mature gameplay mechanics, and the opportunity to explore the darker, more complex side of Wolverine's character. Fourth major game here is Assassin's Creed Shadows. Man, this one's an interesting one just due to how many things were pushed back. For example, it was initially scheduled to release on November 15, 2024. According to the development studio, which is Ubisoft for you folks who don't know, they decided to delay the release to February 2025. despite saying the game was complete. I don't know, again, if you don't know, I'm the type of person when it comes to these video game companies, I do encourage them to, delay, because usually, and I mean usually, not often, that means the game should be a bit more polished / playable when it fully releases. But also the company publishing this one, they've canceled a season pass and refunded existing pre-orders. Sheesh! Despite being nominated for the most wanted game at the Joystick Awards this year, pretty much since the game's May 15th premiere trailer, the central character has some a little heated, mainly at the developers putting a black male samurai as the protagonist, calling the devs woke, which I don't know, people. Some people like to throw that word around a little too much for my taste, and hell, this is a video game, it's not your girlfriend. If you really get mad at a video game's way of telling a story, not saying you can't criticize, but I mean, come on people. Anyway, to finish off here, Assassin's Creed Shadows is set in feudal Japan, specifically starting in 1579, a time of intense civil war in Japan. The game features different historical figures, which I'm sorry I'm not about to embarrass myself with saying their names, along with detailed historical landmarks and strongholds designed as intricate dungeons. The setting promises a vibrant world of urbanization, bustling ports, samurai districts, and ornate architecture, all significant for parkour and exploration in the game. Hopefully Ubisoft can go ham on this new Assassin's Creed here, because honestly man, we need something new, fresh from Ubisoft, something that's going to give us a little bit more oof, if you know what I mean. Final doozy of a game on the most promising game releases of 2025 is Dune Awakening. It's an upcoming open-world survival MMO game set on the harsh, dusty planet Arrakis. Players will be able to explore the world of Dune. Since this is a survival game, we gotta expect the game to feature a dynamic building feature to help players expand, craft, and collect resources to thrive. One of the standout features of Dune Awakening is its blend of survival mechanics, exploration, and faction-driven combat. Unlike traditional MMORPGs where the focus is often on combat and leveling, Dune Awakening introduces a more nuanced experience that also emphasizes resource management, diplomacy, and strategic planning. Players will have to manage scarce resources, particularly spice, which is the most valuable substance in the Dune universe. Spice is essential not just for wealth but for power and influence. This scarcity will lead to player-driven economics and political alliances, setting the stage for high-stakes diplomacy and sabotage between rival factions. A central aspect of Dune Awakening will be its faction system. Players can join or create factions based on the iconic houses or groups from the books. When looking at this game, there's going to be so much here to do as a player. I got a sneaky feeling this game is going to be one of those underrated games that people aren't really going to know about, but once they do, they're gonna get hooked instantly. I just got that feeling, but obviously I could be wrong.